Hey everybody, welcome to
Hello.
another episode of Cipher Session. I'm Yo,
Enrique?
Nolo.
and today we have a very good show for you guys. We have some charts, some news, and maybe a little bit more about what's coming next week. So let's get into it, guys.
Let's go.
How you guys been? Good?
Fantastique.
Good. A little hurt off of the rejection, but we'll talk about that right now.
Yeah, man. Feels good to be back. It's been a while for me, so
Yeah.
alrighty. First up, we have a nice chart for you guys. You want to break this down for us, Manolo?
Yes, sir. So, talking about the rejection Bitcoin just faced. So, 3 days in a row, Bitcoin has been getting rejected at about the 47,400 level and above. We have been fighting, but on this fourth day, we could not get above the 47,150 level. So as of this moment, we're at about 45,700. Looking for the week to end above 47,000, at least at 47,000. So we have 3 days to go. If we could get back up at least $2,000, it would be a very good look for Bitcoin. And then we could worry about, beating this tough level of 48,000 that we seem to not be able to for the past couple of days get over. So, obviously that's affected many alts. We see alts like Cardano, XRP, and you name them. They're being affected by this rejection here at this level. Nothing catastrophic. I think that a level to watch is the $45,000 level. We don't want to fall below that because it'll just be a lot to recuperate from. So all in all, it's a tough hit to the crypto space, but we still have hope. 3 days left to finish off the week, and let's see what could be done.
What's the resistance level that you see going on right now?
So resistance we definitely weren't able to get above 47,150 today. So that's really the level to get above. I won't even think about 48,000 because we're at 45. So let's just at least try to end the week at 47. That's the resistance, 47. Support at 45, I would say, right where we're at. If we go below that, I might put my Teddy Ruxpin outfit on. Taking it back to the 80s for you 80s babies.
That's it.
But yeah.
All right.
That's
I think let's get into some news. This is pretty interesting. This is Crypto Island. They're working on this. This is a real-world crypto paradise. Is the plan is for an island tucked between Australia and Fiji. All of the transactions there will be in Bitcoin, and all property owned will be on NFTs. They're actually calling it Satoshi Island, named after the anonymous Bitcoin creator. It spans 800 acres and contains 21,000 individuals, parcels of land. What do we think about this, guys?
That's pretty
beautiful.
Crazy.
800 acres. That's a nice lot of land.
Super nice.
Are we buying? Is Cipher Session going to have a studio down there?
We might have to, dude.
Quite a trip, but I think we can swing it. If Bitcoin could get above this $47,000 mountain.
And then that's dope because I think they're allowing you to buy physical property, but then it's an NFT as well.
Mm-hmm.
So that's dope.
Yeah, and that's one of the things actually when Enrique broke down NFTs to me. I remember you saying that how like houses and all that paperwork's going to be on the blockchain and NFTs, so that's going to be cool to watch.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
wonder if they're using Proppy.
Oh,
Oh,
interesting.
That'd be interesting.
Imagine.
No.
possibly. All right, we have another bit of news. This one I think is pretty cool. This is MetaMask is allowing customers, iPhone customers, to use Apple Pay to purchase crypto, which to me yells adoption. It's like to have a company like Apple, allowing people to pay for crypto with their Apple Pay. I think that's huge.
Mm-hmm.
What do we think?
Very, very interesting. That's what to say.
No. Go ahead.
Okay.
You go first.
I find it interesting because just 2 days ago there was not the economic forum. It was like a government forum that was held, and you had this lady. I forgot her name, but her father was a advisor to Nixon. So
I heard about that.
she's been in the know, in the loop, and she was just dropping hints at her seeing CBDCs come into the light and really be the future of currency. So it's interesting that now this news is coming out, which is helping adoption and pretty much segueing at least those of us that are in the crypto space already to facilitate that use case. So yeah, it's just really interesting. I think that whole idea of cash, physical dollars, is kind of on its way out if you read the writing on the walls.
I like it. It'd be interesting to see because, Apple Pay gives you the opportunity to link various cards, right? So you could have like your Chase debit card, or you could have your TD bank card, or you could have your Amex. So I'm just because they're allowing it, I'm wondering if like every transaction you try will go through, or if you'll still have to do that clearing that you sometimes have to do because they think that it's an illicit purchase. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that is pretty interesting.
Right.
I think it's great though, because like when I've had to buy an NFT on like OpenSea, you have to like buy it on an exchange and send it a MetaMask. So I feel like if it makes that process just a little bit smoother. I mean, you could buy on MetaMask, but it's like through a third party and
a
weird process.
But yeah, that's a
lot more streamlined.
That's a good point.
All right, I might have to charge a Bored Ape on my card, man. Don't tell the wife.
Hey, it might be a good swap. The interest rates for if we get a bullish swing in crypto. Like,
there you go.
Forget credit cards are charging you.
Isn't that what MicroStrategy is doing? Michael Saylor is buying Bitcoin.
He just did it again
on a loan with loans. So.
Oh, and to clarify what I was saying, it's the World Government Summit.
Okay.
World Government Summit just took place 2 days ago. So yeah, this news article that Yo just brought up here, XRP lawsuit. So it just seems that, and this is, you could find the article on financefeeds.com, reads XRP lawsuit, SEC rather settle Ripple lawsuit, then hand over docs, says attorney. So today was supposed to be the day that the SEC was given up until today to hand over these documents. It seems that they have not done so. I've been trying to look up any updated news on this. Have not been able to on online. If any of our viewers could post any links underneath, we'd appreciate it. But with any updates, but it just seems, it's pretty clear that the SEC may not have anything really that will defeat XRP in this case, and anything that they would hand over and make public would just be detrimental to the SEC's case. From my understanding, XRP has, or rather Ripple, the company has until the 4th of April to respond, but not sure if there's going to be much to respond to if they have no paperwork being handed over. I think E said that they may have requested another extension.
Well, if I don't remember exactly, but if they have something due today, today's over at 12, so they could release it like one of those tactics that they just release it super late. And even if it is released, it may not even be the document. It may just be an appeal, or not really an appeal, but they've already requested that Judge Torres deny the request. So because she's been saying they have to hand it in, they may try to circumvent Judge Torres and go Judge Netburn. Sorry, Judge Netburn is now the sitting judge. They may try to go around her and see if Judge Torres would grant them the exception and say that the documents don't have to be handed over. But now if she says no, then that's both judges saying no. So it has to be handed over, or they have to make a higher appeal. But it's just delay tactics. So obviously there's probably something in there that they just don't want people to see. Or maybe not. Maybe they just feel it's privileged, or I don't know, but it's just sketch.
So while we're on this XRP topic, just some speculations. What would you see as the immediate bullish scenario? Let's say that it just goes south for the SEC and this ends up being very bullish news for XRP.
Mm-hmm.
What range would you see within, let's say, 1 to 2 weeks? What range would you see price-wise?
So hard to tell. Like a lot of people are thinking it's going to be,
a
crazy amount. Yeah. But I think that even with the lawsuit settled, you are definitely going to have price action. Mm-hmm. I don't know how much price action. You know what I mean? Now, if you had the settlement and some type of news like, RippleNet is helping banks globally with cross-border remittance, and there's actual consumption by these banks of XRP so that they could use it as cross-border remittance, then you're talking something crazy. But if it's just the court case settles, I mean, last all-time high was 3 and change, so I think we go way past that. Not way past that, but I think we easily double that. But I don't know, saying that it's going to go past $100 because
that's difficult.
I think that's I mean, would we love it? We'd love it, but I don't see it being that crazy.
I think it'll go crazy at first, just because in the US, technically you can only buy on uphold at the moment. So if it were to settle, I think you'll see a surge and the price will go up. And then once everyone starts relisting, the price will probably drop back down. I mean, not all the way down, but let's say if it got to $10, it would probably be somewhere where he says maybe like 6 or 7.
Yeah.
After everyone relists. It's just because the bottleneck situation.
Yeah, it's just interesting because if you think about it, nowhere else in the globe that buys up XRP isn't a security anywhere else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't know that the rest of the world is waiting for it to be declared as a security or not, because for them, they're just already viewing it as such. Like Japan already, some of their board members get paid in XRP. A lot of the gamers get paid in XRP, right? So they're already viewing it that way. But I think to your point, that is a good point. If the court case comes out, and it's in favor of Ripple, that's the really good question is how long after that do other exchanges relist it? And then, because even if you think about it, if other exchanges don't relist it immediately, I don't think that Uphold alone is going to be able to handle all that. And so it'll probably stall out. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
So could it be possible that if this all works out for XRP Ripple, that it ends up being more bullish for other altcoins and the crypto space than XRP? Because now it's kind of like a sigh of relief that the SEC wasn't able to really pin them with this.
To be honest, I think my thought process is that there's potentially two possible outcomes. There's the outcome, or there's a few. There's the outcome where XRP loses, right? And then it just loses and it's deemed, and then you have to wait for Ripple to maybe file an appeal to that somewhere, right? There's the outcome where the SEC loses, but it still doesn't provide regulatory clarity for the market, right? No. So it'll just be like, all right, XRP won, maybe it's not a security, but that's it. So now you'll just have XRP as not being a security, but it still doesn't give the rest of the market the confidence, like, okay, am I operating in the right space, right? It's still super bullish for XRP because then you have corporations that now are like, okay, now we can definitely buy this thing, right? So now it sits on par with Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Bitcoin and Ethereum. The other thing I think is that if the case is settled, and either through the case settlement or through some type of government regulation, they create a playbook of how cryptocurrency should act, then I think what happens in that instance potentially is that the cryptos that are not compliant within that realm just fall off. And then you'll have this let's just say it's at $3 trillion in market cap, right? Spread across 18,000 cryptocurrencies. As these cryptos start falling off, people are going to be shifting their money. So then you'll have this consolidation of price that's going to consolidate within the coins that fall within the realm of regulatory compliance. And then those coins will be solid. So I think it can go a few ways. It just depends on how this whole thing plays out.
Interesting.
Very interesting. All right. We have the last piece of news. You want to break this one down, Manolo?
Sure. So this is found on the New York Post. Hackers stealing $615 million from Ronin in one of the largest crypto heists on record. So there's a very popular game, Axie Infinity. Ronin being a coin, a blockchain project that is used in that game. And it seems that this there's some kind of a bridge to the Axie Infinity game that was hacked, making it the second largest crypto theft on record. I thought it was the first. Yeah, but it says according to blockchain analyst from Elliptic, it says that it makes it the second largest. So according to this article, unidentified hackers on March 23rd stole about 173,000 Ether tokens and $25.5 million USD tokens. At current exchange rates, they'd be worth $615 million. And they were $540 million at the time of the attack. They discovered the hack on Tuesday. Ronin users are now unable to withdraw or deposit funds on the network. Ronin did not immediately respond to a request for comment via Twitter. So, I mean, whether it's first or second on that competition, I don't think anybody wants to be first, but it's crazy. That's a lot of money, and that's definitely a huge hit to that project.
So how does that correlate to WhatsApp? Was it done through WhatsApp?
Oh no, I think that would have been
It was some kind of bridge. Some bridge. So it's not really even, really Ronin or I would say anything having to do with the security on Ronin or Axie. It's
I think we might have swapped articles, E. But it's all good.
Oh, gotcha. My bad.
Yeah.
It's some form of on-ramp that was hit. I'm looking here. I don't see the specifics of.
Yeah, Mano, I think we had we accidentally had a WhatsApp article up. That's why I took it down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so listeners, don't be scared here. WhatsApp isn't targeted.
We like to keep you guys on your toes, make sure, you know. But yeah, that's interesting, man. That's and it won't be the last, you know. I think this is still new technology, and there's always going to be loopholes, and
and especially like we hear about bridges. I think the last thing that happened was on Solana not too long ago, like about a month ago. There was some kind of hack, but it was also not really saying much about Solana security. It was again like on a bridge, something that they really can't control. It's like if you're delivering money to the bank in a Brinks truck. I don't know if they still have those, but so Chase is expecting money from Brinks. Brinks gets stolen. A Brinks truck gets attacked. It really doesn't say much about Chase and their security. It's just the in between. But yeah, it won't be the last time these things happen.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I don't know if it speaks to, and I could be completely going sideways with this, but I think that's why you have a lot of government officials pushing for more regulation around exchanges and know your customer, because I think their thought is that if you know the ins and outs or what they call the on and off ramps, it makes it a little bit more difficult to maybe commit these things, right? Because you could almost follow it, but and then whoever, if you think about KYC, if you have to only off board using one of these exchanges and they're all KYC, then when you try to sell, because they're KYC compliant, you would have to have some information there, and then they could, potentially.
Gotcha.
Right.
But I don't know. I don't know if this is at the forefront to try to raise awareness around hacking and the potential need for more KYC.
It's a perfect crime for the government to prove their point. Just kidding. It's a joke, people. We also have some news for next week. E, you want to fill them in?
Yeah, for sure. So next week is a new week, and we just hope that all of you have a great week. No, just kidding. So Cipher sessions will be at the Bitcoin conference next week. We're going to try to put together some content while we're there, maybe some live streams to get you guys updated information from the conference. So really looking forward to that.
As of now, there still would be a show next Thursday. Part of us will be in Miami, and then I think Manolo will be zooming in. So That's a plan, kind of similar how E did it when he was at the North American Bitcoin Conference. We're hoping to keep you guys updated with content. So make sure you're following us on all the platforms to stay updated. And hopefully we'll do some collaborations with other crypto YouTubers. So we'll see.
All right. So, yeah. And any other words?
I think it was a great show.
Right. Excellent. All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you have any questions, please comment below. And until next time, Cipher out.
Peace.
Peace.